Hey guys, Jacob here, Moon Rock. Thank you for being with me for this video here. This is a thread response to Robert C's "Put the Darn Music Away" thread um, that he set sail on, and asked us to basically show what we're all doing when we're not listening to music. Is there anything else that we maybe collect, or any special interests, or something that we enjoy doing? And I'm gonna show you three stuff. First of all, something that I kind of sort of collect. Um, Secondly, my biggest interest apart from music. And then thirdly, I'll be taking you to what is my second job actually. Um, it's not a job that pays that much. I basically do it because I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah, so I guess you can call that something that I do in my spare time, in my free time. But first of all, let's look at something that I collect. The thing that I collect is fridge magnets. This is our fridge, and it's not like I have a big collection, but whenever we go somewhere new, to a new country, or maybe a new city in Denmark, or like some some new site, or something, and they have fridge magnets for sale, I always tend to buy them and stick them onto the fridge here. So I'm just gonna quickly go through some of the fridge magnets here. This one here is an octopus. It's from something called the Blue Planet, which is like a big aquarium in Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark here. Beside it is a crocodile. There's a crocodile zoo not too far away from where we live that we visited. There's a Swiss cow here, something that I purchased when I visited my sister and her family in Switzerland when they lived there. We went there for a wedding anniversary. This one is from Greece. I think it's from Crete. My wife and I went there some years back. Then there are just some fridge magnets with some puns and some I guess some sayings. This is from Fuerteventura, which is a Spanish island. Actually, I proposed to my wife on the island of Fuerteventura, so that's a special place for us, and means a lot to us. This is from an exhibition of a Dutch painter whose name I've forgotten now. I don't recall his name now. This beer opener is from the Guinness Brewery, bought at the Guinness Brewery in Dublin. Sadly, I didn't go myself. This was a gift from a friend. This is actually from the island on which I live. This is from Moon. Moon's Klint, the white chalk cliffs of Moon. If you ever come here to Moon, you need to go and see these major cliffs. They are so beautiful, so amazing. I don't recall where this lighthouse is from. I don't recall where that was bought. Knuthenborg Park is an animal park not too far away from us. Once again, this is from Mallorca, where we went for a couple of days for my father-in-law's birthday. This bottle opener here I did not buy myself. It looks like it's from Spain also. This small thing here is there's actually a Graceland here in Denmark. Actually, it's not called Graceland anymore because the people behind the real Graceland in Memphis, I would think, we're not too happy about this place in Denmark called Graceland, so now it's called Memphis Mansion. But it's started by a guy in Denmark who was a big Elvis fan, and he has basically built this mansion, which is a 2-to-1 replica of the original Graceland. So it's double the size, but it has the dimensions, or the form and shape of the original Graceland. And we went there, and he has a big collection of Elvis memorabilia and clothes he wore in movies, and all original stuff that were actually in Elvis's possession. He has a guitar. He has different stuff that Elvis owned. Once again, something from Switzerland. This snowman, I don't know where I got this from. This is Hans Christian Andersen, famous writer, who is of course from Denmark. We went to the town of Odense, his hometown. A small night here from Rome, where my wife and I had our honeymoon. This is my wife's father, who sadly passed away. This is also from Crete. I think my wife bought that when she was on Crete with her mother. This has something to do with the Danish television series that wouldn't make any sense to you. This eye is also from Rome, I believe. I don't recall the significance of that. This is from Bornholm, a beautiful island here in Denmark that we went to. Once again, this is from Lanzarote, which or Lanzarote. I'm not sure how that's pronounced in English. Another Spanish island that we visited shortly. A cuckoo clock from Switzerland. Some Dutch wooden clocks from the Netherlands. Stingray, also from the Blue Planet. A parrot. I don't recall where that's from. This church here is from Skagen, a town in Denmark. This one is also from the Blue Planet, I think. Once again, Lanzarote. Stege, that's the main town on our city, Møn here. On our island, sorry, Møn. There's something here called the Geocenter Møn. Once again, on the island on which we live. This is from a sand sculpture festival that takes place in Denmark every year. This is from Crete also. What is this? My man likes exactly the things I like. It just took him 30 years to get the picture. Yeah, my wife must have bought me that one. Don't really know why she bought me that. I always listen to what she says every single day. Don't recall where this is from. This is also from Crete, and here's one of the cats. This is from Greece, and then there's a bagpipe player from Scotland. I did not go to Scotland myself, unfortunately, but someone went there and got me this. Also, this is from Fuerteventura, and Bornholm once again. And Prince William, sorry, and Kate, for some reason, are also on my fridge. I don't know why. Oh, I forgot this cool Roman thing here. Another bottle opener with the knight from Rome. And my wife, where is it? Why can't I find it? Oh, there it is. My wife went to Florence and got this at some point. So yeah, a lot of fridge magnets, and we always try to extend the collection whenever we go somewhere nice and they have some cool magnets for sale. That's one of the things that I will always buy. So, besides music, I have one other big interest, and that is craft beer. I am a member of the so-called Danish Beer Enthusiasts, and basically what we like is craft beer. And we like to try different beers from different breweries, different beer types, and just to explore. You know, it's just like a wine club or wine, connoisseurs, except we prefer craft beer. And if I see something interesting in the grocery market or in a beer shop or at a specific brewery, if I visit a brewery, see something that I am interested in, that I want to taste, I buy it. I'm on the Untapped app, which is an app for beer nerds, where you can find all the different beers and you can basically rate the beer, describe it, how you thought about it, give it a grade. Upload a picture, and basically just like Facebook for beers, and that's really cool. And then also every month I subscribe to this beer box here from my favorite brewery, which is a Danish one called Mikkeller. And what we do is that we get 8 to 12 different beers. This month we got 8 beers. There's one room here open. That's because I took out the glass that was included in this month's box, which is really cool. And then I got eight special beers. For instance, this one, which is really exciting. This is Mikkeller beer called Spontan Cherry. So it's a beer brewed with wild yeast, which give this spontaneous fermentation, which makes the beer very much alive. It adds a lot of healthy bacteria, if you will, to the beer, and it gives a really tart, sometimes sour beer. Frederiksdal is an estate not too far away from us, which is an estate where they actually are cherry farmers, and it's this very special Danish sour cherry. It's not a sweet cherry, and then they've added the cherries to the brewing of this beer, which give this really beautiful cherry, deep red cherry colored beer. Which is I'm really excited to try. I'm just gonna show you some of the other beers in this box. This is also Mikkeller. This is from Mikkeller, New York. It's called Angels in the Stout Field. Obviously a pun on the movie. I think there's a movie called Angels in the Outfield. This is what is this beer here? This is a Imperial Stout brewed with vanilla beans and aged on oak spirals. 12% ABV. So that's a pretty hefty one. Excited to try that one. Let's look at some of the others here. This is from Bean Geeks, Mikkeller, Copenhagen. This is this is an IPA. It says on the label there. Bean Geeks are a company that actually make gourmet chocolate. So this beer, although it is an IPA, it's actually added cocoa beans from Guatemala. So that's going to be pretty interesting. An IPA that's tastes hopefully like chocolate. Pretty cool. Let's look. What else do we have here? Did I look at this one? I didn't. Also, this one from Mikkeller San Diego. Mikkel Jackson, New England style IPA with Mandarina and Eldorado hops, 7% ABV. There was a beer guru called Michael Jackson. This is not the singer. This is a guy that was very much into beers. I think he was from the States, I think. Came to Denmark in the late 19s, maybe early 2000s, and fell in love with the upcoming breweries in Denmark that started out brewing microbreweries or micro craft beer, sorry. This beer is an homage to him. Really cool label here. So yeah, that's the gist of this beer collecting thing here. This is my Mikkeller Beer Club box from Mikkeller, and the last thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to take you to my second job, which you would say that maybe does not go too well along with enjoying these beers, because we are going to one of the local gyms, and looking at that because that's actually where I also work. So let's look at that. So one of the things that keeps me entertained, that does not really have anything to do with music, is that I work as a second job as an instructor at one of the local gyms on the island of Møn here. So we are at Dansk Fitness Sted, Danish Fitness Stege, which is the main town on the island of Møn. And we're in the big exercise room here. Mirrors all over. Not that much equipment in here. There are some dumbbells over there, and some mats, and some rings, and some stuff, some step benches, and so on. But we have a lot of equipment outside here. And in here every Wednesday afternoon, I'm in the instructor for a class that we call, I guess translated it would be circular training. What we do is that we have like 15 or 16 exercises put into a circle, and everyone has to, we all do 3 rounds, doing each exercise for 45 seconds and then 15 seconds transfer time to the next exercise. And the exercises are, well, they're inspired by CrossFit, they're inspired by normal strength training, if you will. The focus of the class is to have a high pulse throughout the entire 15-16 minutes that one circle here lasts for. And you know, even if you're just doing some sort of abs or back exercise on the floor, on the mat, without any equipment or anything, you still have to do as many reps as possible. And keep your pulse high, keep your energy level and your energy output as high as possible. That's what we do in here. Let's go to the room next door, and we'll talk about that one over there. So we just moved to the next door room, and this is the spin class room. And we have 21 bikes here for anyone who wants to be a part of the spin class. And then there's one bike up here facing the 21 bikes. Let me just see if I can get this camera straight. There we go. This is the instructor's bike, and this is another workplace for me because I am a certified body bike indoor biking instructor. And once a week, every Friday afternoon, I have the opportunity and great pleasure of being on this bike here and instructing as many people as possible. It's very rare that I have a full class because it's Friday afternoon. It's at 4 p.m. And I think when it comes to Friday, most people just want to go home and just start on the weekend and not think about exercise, but instead think about eating a lot of food and maybe enjoying some alcohol and whatever. And but it's okay. I'm not complaining. I have a class today, and I think last time I checked there were 10 people, so only half full, but there's still a lot of time. It's 7:30 a.m. right now, just doing my morning exercise here. So there's plenty of time for people to sign up for the class. And I'm telling you, being on this bike here is just one of the best things in the world. Being the instructor of a class, and you know, you've made a program that you've given a lot of thought to and put a lot of energy in doing it. I know we're not supposed to talk about music, but finding the right music and mixing it all together, old music, new music, up tempo, electronic, maybe even techno music, and then maybe the next song could be a rock song. And there's a lot of planning that goes into that, and it's just really a lot of fun to sit and do programs like this. And yeah, I really enjoy being the instructor of these classes, and also the classes in the next door room. And that's, sorry for the bad camera work here. That's some of the stuff I do when I don't listen to music.